Hey now everyone, welcome to round 6 of the AOSX Custom Track Pro Series. SX Corey here as always on the call, and we are just about to drop the gate on our A main here tonight. We're just getting things all set up here and we'll be off and running here in a moment. Alright, so again, short entry list here tonight, so we're actually going straight into our A main here tonight. This is again round 6. This will be a triple crown, so 3 12-minute plus 1 lap motos, and it's wide open here tonight. A lot of heavy hitters, unfortunately, out with plans and other things going on. So second, third, first, all up for grabs here tonight. So should be interesting. We have Dynamic Snipes joining us tonight from the amateur class. He is your current points leader. So we'll see what he can do and see getting that call up to the major leagues, how that goes for him. But we're going to get ready to drop the gate here. And this was essentially your qualifying session. So there you go. Axis with a 107.5, Dizzle with a 108.8, and then Charlie, Iowa, Wasabi, and Talon with 109s. Yoshimura, Dynamic Snipes, Luke Sparks, Freddy, Cheese, and Outgoing Stick rounding out the field. And again, we're going to kick things off here with Moto number 1 of our Triple Crown. And again, those of you just tuning in, this is round 6 of the AOSX Custom Track Pro Series. Thank you all for tuning in, and for those of you racing here tonight, thank you for signing up. We appreciate you as always. This is our second of 3 Triple Crowns on the season. And this one personally is my favorite track on the circuit. So I'm kind of glad that it is a Triple Crown. They'll get to race it far more. But yeah, we're getting ready to go here. So we are ready. We're just waiting on everyone to go green. And then we're off. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and drop the gate. Moto number 1 of round 6. Let's do it. And we're going on board with our Dizzle here. Our Dizzle, the Triple Crown specialist, if you will. Usually has a shitty Moto number 1 and then pulls it together. And see, there you go. Out front, though, Wasabi BMX, the new factory THC rider. Out front, gets the whole shot. We got Luke Sparks and Axis right now. Oh! Charlie QX44 making a nice little shove through the pack there. Forces himself right into second. Dynamic Snipes, our AOSX Amateur Series points leader right now, making his debut in the Pro Series. We'll keep an eye on him and see how he does here tonight. Dynamic Snipes coming to play with the big boys here, so we'll see what he can put together. Iowa Hawkeyes, this is by far his favorite track on the circuit, so be on the lookout for him. He's got a decent start here. He doesn't want to let Axis get too far out front, but be on the lookout for him to put in a good solid ride here tonight. Yoshimura, also my personal pick to get a podium here tonight. I think he's going to get it done and get up there. Oh, and somebody off the track, can't tell who that was. Dynamic Snipes it from the looks of it. Falls off the track. That section just before the finish line is incredibly tricky. If you don't hit those little whoops correctly, you're going to go right over the bars, so be careful there. But through our first full lap here, as we begin, Wasabi BMX still up front. Though he makes a mistake, and Axis is going to get the double triple and make the pass on Wasabi into the lead. So Axis now in the lead. His G Fuel teammate Iowa Hawkeyes also right there waiting to capitalize. As I mentioned before, Iowa makes a little mistake in the whoops, or in the rhythm section there, I should say, and falls a little behind. He definitely wants to keep Axis in his sights, though, because unfortunately with some clear track for Axis, that might spell doom for the rest. And then back here in the mid-pack, we got Dynamic Snipes, Charlie, and Talon 214 battling it out right now for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Yoshimura, though, right there on him, waiting to capitalize on anything. The Press X team being represented by 3 boys tonight. So we got Dynamic, Yoshi, and Luke Sparks out here repping. Freddy QX11, as well. Oh, almost goes off the berm there. Our Dizzle makes the pass on him into 10th, or excuse me, into 9th, dropping Freddy back. Then we have Cheesehead and Outgoing Stick rounding out the pack. Back up front, though, it looks like Axis is starting to open up a lead here. Wasabi making a couple of mistakes, and so is Iowa Hawkeye. So Axis now has close to about 2/3 of that rhythm section of a gap between himself and Wasabi. Still very early. We're only 3 minutes into this opening moto of our Triple Crown. Charlie QX44 right there, though, within striking distance. So if Iowa makes a mistake or Wasabi, he'll be there to capitalize. Then we got Talon 214 at Dynamic Snipes here battling for 5th. So Talon is on the move. He was in 6th. He is now in 5th. Looking to catch up to Charlie and eventually possibly Iowa. Oh, and it looks like Wasabi BMX went down. No. So it was Iowa Hawkeyes actually who went down on the Supercross triple. And that allows Charlie QX44 into the 3rd position. But we're going to go back here and watch this battle since we got about 4 riders battling right now. And then our Dizzle back here, currently in 9th. What did I tell you, folks? He even predicted a 9.22 finish for himself in the Triple Crown. So we'll see if that holds true. But we got the Press X riders right now. Yoshimura, Dynamic Snipes, and Luke Sparks battling it out. So Luke Sparks and Dynamic Snipes again. 2 of our amateur riders making the jump up to the pro class here tonight. Appreciate them signing up and joining in on the fun here. And hey, getting some laps in with the heavy hitters, it's always good for practice. And Snipes makes a mistake there, and Yoshimura makes the pass on his teammate, moves himself into 7th. Now he sets his sights on Luke Sparks for 6th. Talon is starting to gap them a little bit, and he's starting to reel in Iowa and Charlie a bit. So Talon may be in this conversation for a podium here by the time this is all said and done. And then we got Wasabi and Axis right now, kind of in their own world. And we're going to keep tabs on these 2 right now, battling it out for that final podium spot in the opening moto. But we got a train of riders back here. And it looks like our Dizzle has made the move into 8th. So now we got Dynamic Snipes falling off the pace a little bit. He's starting to go in the wrong direction. Our Dizzle goes for the inside pass on Yoshimura and clips the top block, goes down, and then goes off track again. So, unfortunately, it's the equivalent of a double crash there for Dizzle. That's unfortunate for him as he slips back into 9th now. And by doing so, now Freddy QX11 has been able to move himself up into the discussion here. He's currently in 10th. Cheesehead in 11th, and then Outgoing Stick rounding out the rest of the field. He's just happy to be here, but we're happy to have you here too, Outgoing Stick. Thanks for joining. And it looks like there's a little... Oh, Charlie, as I say that, I was going to say there's some separation here in the top 5, but now Charlie looks like he just went off the track and clipped the tough blocks, and that allows Iowa Hawkeye to move right up onto him. So the battle is back on again for 3rd. So Charlie pulls away and then makes a mistake. I think that's like the 3rd time that's happened so far this moto. Oh. And lag apparently there happening. Iowa to the inside. Oh, but Charlie gets the better drive and reclaims 3rd. Let's see if Iowa takes the same line. He doesn't. So Iowa goes for the step on, step off. Let's take a look and see how that comes out here. And pretty even. So... good to see the line choice variation here. Oh, and Iowa just clips the top block and loses a little ground on Charlie. And Talon, again, licking his chops right there because now Talon has some clear track. He's able to set his sights on Iowa and Charlie and try to get back up into this podium discussion. Then we got Luke Sparks, Yoshimura. Our Dizzle has moved back up into 8, so he got by Snipes once again. So now Dizzle at this point wants to try to salvage as much as he can in this opening moto. Obviously, you can't win it, but you can definitely handcuff yourself and put yourself in a very terrible position for the overall if you don't have a good ride in moto number 1. So we're going to stick here on Dizzle here for the next couple of laps. Well, we'll see how long it stacks, but we got Luke Sparks and Yoshimura right here. So 6th, 7th, and 8th. Oh, and Yoshimura threads the needle there. Unfortunately for him, has to let out the gas from the looks of it and loses 7th to Dizzle. So Dizzle making moves now, and he has now Talon right there in his sights. So a podium at this point. I mean, a lot's going to have to go right for Dizzle, and he's going to have to put in a couple of burners, but a podium is not out of the question for our Dizzle either. So Dizzle's right there. Iowa's right here in third, so yeah, it's not too far-fetched to say that Dizzle may have a shot at a podium by the time this is over. And Fat Friends in the house. How you doing, my jolly friends? Good to see you guys tuning in for the action here tonight. Wish you guys were out here on the track racing with us, but hey, well, we love to have you guys one way or another. Oh, Dizzle with a really nice drive there on the wheelie scrub, but clipped the landing on that triple. Still, though, great run, has the inside, and he makes the pass in the whoop section on Luke Sparks. So Dizzle into the top half of the order. He moves himself into 6th and now sets its sights on Talon 214, who's kind of in no man's land right now. He's riding his own race. And up here in the battle for 3rd, Iowa Hawkeyes has made the move into 3rd, and let me give Outgoing Stick just a little warning here. Hope he moves out of the way for our leaders. Thank you, Outgoing Stick. Much appreciated. Man, Axis is checked out. And look at that. Iowa Hawkeyes is moving up on Wasabi now. So Wasabi either slowing down, getting comfortable there, or he's... oh, my God. Literally as I say that, poor Iowa crashes going into the whoop section. So that's arguably the worst place you're going to crash, because look at all the time he just lost. Oh, and he just lost 4th place to Talon. So here comes Talon, and he bumped off Iowa. Oh, that is unfortunate. Just some very rough contact being made there between the two. Racing incident, though. It looks like they collided in the air, so no fault of either. And here comes Dizzle. So we'll see what Dizzle can do here. He's pulling Yoshimura with him, though, so let's see if the two of them can put their heads together and gain some ground on Iowa, who's just having a disastrous lap here. So Iowa Hawkeye in the past full lap is just trending backwards, unfortunately. So he goes back into 5th. Talon up into 4th. Then we got Charlie now on the hunt for Wasabi. So Charlie QX44 back and forth a lap ago, and now he's right here on Wasabi, lagging all from the looks of it. But Charlie is now in the discussion for a 2nd place in Moto number 1. So we'll keep our eyes here. We'll see if he's able to make some progress on Wasabi. But actually, we're going to go over here now. So, oh, and Iowa just continues the collapse here. So Iowa, once in 3rd, potentially setting himself up for a run on Wasabi for 2nd, now finds himself holding on for dear life in 6th. And Yoshimura gets a great run, but yeah, this is not the place you're going to want to make a pass. So we're going to go back up here because Charlie has caught up to Wasabi. So Charlie is putting in the burners right now. He is looking to make some moves, get himself into 2nd, and set himself up nice for the overall. And we have 1 minute plus 1 lap left. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is round 6 of the AOSX Custom Track Series. Oh, Wasabi goes down. So there you have it, folks. So Wasabi goes down, coughs up 2nd place to Charlie. So we'll see what Wasabi has in the tank here to be able to reel him in and probably try to regain, obviously. Shouldn't say probably. He obviously wants to try to regain 2nd place. And plenty of time. We're going to have 2 to go here as these two guys come to the white flag, because Axis is already past the start straight. Yeah, so we're going to have 1 to go here. And the battle is on here, folks. So we got 2 battles. We got a battle for 2nd and 3rd, and then we got our Dizzle and Talon right now battling for 4th and 5th. And Iowa's right there ready to capitalize. So it's interesting to watch here. We're going to be up here, though, for the battle for the podium. Charlie QX44 with a decent start. He was cruising at about 4th, 5th for a lot of the early part of the moto, and then started slowly moving himself up. So good for Charlie. Great ride setting himself up here. Again, this is a triple crown, folks. So Moto 1 here. Obviously, you want to get a good first moto finish to set yourself up for a good result on the overall. Little, far less pressure, obviously. And we're gonna go back here real quick. Oh, okay. So we got Freddie. Alright, so we're gonna go back up front here. Axis. Yeah, alright, here we go. Sorry about that, folks. So again, Wasabi and QX, 1 lap left. Here it goes. This is for the very important second place finish here in Moto number 1. Again, the difference between that second and third place overall really goes a long way. You don't think it's that much. Like, it's just one position. There's 3 modes. Oh! Charlie makes a mistake. Wasabi reclaims second place. Let's see what Charlie has in the tank here to be able to respond here to Wasabi and possibly get him back again. Oh, Charlie goes for the tire tap there. Interesting. All right. I haven't seen that one done, personally. But he didn't lose much time at all. Honestly, that may have been a good line there. But your Moto 1 winner of our Triple Crown here is Axis. So Axis takes home the checkered flag here for Moto number 1. We are right now watching the battle, the fight to the finish between Wasabi BMX and Charlie QX for second and third overall. And when you look at that, folks, during all of this, our Dizzle has moved himself into fourth. So our Dizzle setting himself up for a fantastic finish here tonight. He just has to put it together here and challenge Charlie and Wasabi. But good for our Dizzle here. Obviously, 1 turn left. A very hard turn, but it looks like time's going to run out anyway. All right, so there you have it. Axis is your Moto number 1 winner here tonight to kick off the Triple Crown. Then we got Wasabi, Charlie, Dizzle, Iowa, Talon, Yoshimura, Luke Sparks, Dynamic Snipes, Freddy QX11, Cheesehead, and Outgoing Stick. All right, so that was Moto number 1. So now that the boys are warmed up and ready to go, let's see what they got for Moto 2. Yeah, unfortunately the online glitch doesn't let us see the lap times here because of the finish line, so obviously it showed like Axis with a 59 or something like that, which obviously not the case. Average lap time here somewhere in the 110 range, 109 to 111 on average, so. But we are lining back up again. All right. Looks like the boys are all good to go. Except for Iowa, and there he is. All right, so Moto number 2. Let's drop the gate. All right, we'll go on board with our points leader, Axis, which, if you're just tuning in, his rival here, Slurp, unfortunately not with us tonight, so Axis is going to have a substantial points lead after this race is over. And Charlie QX44 picking up where he left off in the lead. Yoshimura in second, Iowa Hawkeye in third, and Dynamic Snipes in fourth. And he gets passed by Axis, so there you go. Iowa Hawkeye, though, with a very good start. He needed this. He has Axis behind him, his G Fuel teammate. As I say that, here comes Axis. Commentator's curse is alive and well. So again, this is the opening lap of Moto number 2. Oh, the G Fuel boys with an insane run through the whoop section there. Both of them get by Yoshimura. Oh, but Yoshimura coming back. All right, and your first to the finish line here in Moto number 2 will be Charlie QX44, Iowa Hawkeye, Axis, Yoshimura, and our Dizzle with a fantastic start here for himself. He sets himself strong here to challenge for that podium. Where is Wasabi? Wasabi is buried in 8th right now, which is great news for Dizzle. Since Wasabi finished 3rd in Moto 1, Dizzle is currently winning that tiebreaker as they run right now. So Dizzle looking for that podium. And he has all the boys right here, so he just has to put his head down and put in some clean laps, and he'll be right in the thick of things here for this overall and podium finish on the night. And Dizzle, great run there. He makes the pass on Yoshimura. He's able to scrub quite a bit of speed there in the rhythm section. And look at that, here he comes. He makes the pass on Axis, so Axis makes a mistake. Our Dizzle into third, and he sets his sights on the G Fuel rider, Iowa Hawkeyes. Let's see Iowa with another really strong run in the whoop section. And man, we have a train here, folks. So we got Charlie, Iowa, Dizzle, Yoshimura, and Axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All in literally one corner together. Oh, and Axis gets a good run there. Oh, Yoshimura holds him off. So let's see how this pans out, folks. Will Yoshimura, Dizzle, Iowa be able to hold Axis off long enough? Time will tell, but Axis, with authority there, gets by Yoshimura, squares him up and makes a nice pass into fourth. But here we are, folks. Some of the best here tonight, battling it out. This is moto number 2 of our Triple Crown here tonight. This is from AOSX Indy. And look at that. Here comes Dizzle. Oh, and Axis into third. So we'll take a look and see what Dizzle has as far as rebounding here. See if he can mount a comeback and get back by Axis. Yoshimura must have made a mistake there. Looks like he dropped off a little bit. Now he's got Dynamic Snipe, his teammate, right on him for fifth. Oh, and Iowa Hawkeyes goes off the track yet again in the whoop section. Same thing happened to him in Moto 1, so you hate to see that. That allows Axis into second. Dizzle right there, still trucking along with him. Oh, and Charlie goes off the track. He hits the tough block right at the finish line, so he crashes. Axis into the lead. Dizzle now in second. This is exactly what Dizzle wanted. He wanted to put himself into position there for a great, strong finish in this overall. Wasabi not having a good ride. He had a third in Moto 1. He is buried in ninth right now, so that is going to hurt his chances at the overall, obviously, here tonight with our Moto 1 winner Axis up front. But our eyes are on our Dizzle now, so let's see what Dizzle has. And as I say that, commentators curse. And oh my god, Charlie almost goes off the track too. So our Dizzle and Charlie QX44 battling it out right now for second in this moto, but also second on the overall. Dizzle finished fourth, Charlie finished second, so if my math serves me correct, if Dizzle's able to get by Charlie, they're going to be right there. And it looks like we have lost Luke Sparks, unfortunately. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Fat Friends. My bad. Wasabi did get second in Moto 1. Clearly, I haven't had enough food here today. I need to have more McDonald's to keep the brain going. It's only like I'm commentating this thing. You would think I would know the results, but hey, it's Friday. I'm still foggy from COVID a little bit, but cool. Either way, though, good action here once again, folks. Again, thank you for tuning in for round 2. Or, excuse me. See? There you go. Round 6 of the AOSX Custom Track Series, or our Pro Series. Those of you just tuning in, still watching, go ahead and get signed up if you're not already for the Amateur Series on Friday. My lord. It's been a day, folks. I'm sorry. This coming Monday, round 7 of the Amateur Series. We're down to the final 2 rounds, and 3 points separate the top 3 in the points right now. We got the Fat Friends and Dynamic Snipes, the 3 of them battling it out for the championship. Things are heating up, so you definitely want to get signed up for that. And Axis is just starting to check out here. Oh, there you go. Iowa, though. He's pulling these guys right back in, so good to see. Let's go ahead and give some love up back here, though, to these guys. We got Yoshimura. Oh, man, Yoshimura is headed in the wrong direction. He was right there with that opening freight train of riders in the top 5 early on in the first 2 laps. And he has fallen all the way back down to 9th. Cheesehead in 10th. Outgoing Stick back here in 11th. But up here, holy crap, the 3-rider battle here, folks. This is getting interesting. So Charlie, Dizzle, and Iowa all battling it out. They are literally a quarter of a second away from each other. Looking to go 3 wide in the rhythm section. Is that Axis? Oh, and Axis goes down. Look at that, folks. So now it is a party here. So Axis goes down. Must have made a double crash mistake because he had a sizable gap there. And now here we are. Oh, and Charlie eats it. Hits the top block, goes down. So now Dizzle and Iowa on the chase. They can see Axis right there. He is within striking distance as we're a little past halfway here in Moto number 2. Can Dizzle put it together and reel in Axis, make a pass? Let's see, what is they both go ahead, step on, step off, and double. But Axis is right there. Both of these guys, Dizzle and Iowa, can smell blood. They can taste it. Oh, and Axis makes another mistake in the rhythm section here. So look at that. Dizzle is right there. So Dizzle just needs to put in some clean laps here. And one more mistake from Axis, and this is a fight, folks. And it looks like Iowa made a slight mistake. Dizzle was able to put a little bit of space between himself and Iowa Hawkeyes for second. And then Charlie's still trying to hunt down, get back into the fight here with Iowa. Oh, Dizzle! How did Dizzle not crash there? Holy crap. And he says he's unlucky. So about 3.5 seconds right now, even though timing and scoring says 4.5, that is definitely not the case. About 3 to 3.5 seconds right now separating Axis and our Dizzle. Again, 3.5 minutes plus a lap to go here based off timing and scoring. Plenty of time. Plenty of time here, folks. A lot can happen. And let's see, Stick, yeah, he's going to get out of the way. Thank you, outgoing Stick. Much appreciated. And we'll make sure he gets out of the way for Dizzle as well. Oh, outgoing Stick, move out of the way. God. And Dizzle will not be happy about that, to say the least. I know that he held him up there, and Axis was able to pull about 1.5 seconds time there. And that also allows Iowa to get back up in this battle here for second, excuse me. As Charlie made a mistake, falls back into 4th. So, damn, look at that. Iowa Hawkeye into the top 3. Yeah, Dizzle, I can only imagine right now, Fat Friends, in the group chat, in the voice chat right now, he is not happy with outgoing Stick. Oh, no, and Yoshimura has left the lobby as well, so you hate to see that. We always love having Yoshimura joining us in racing. But maybe things just not going according to plan for him here tonight. Oh, Iowa once again almost going off the track there. So what is he doing there? And look at this. Wasabi is salvaging points here in this second moto. He has moved himself up into 5th. But he makes a mistake and Dynamic Snipes gets him back. So Dynamic Snipes, your amateurs points leader right now, into the 5th place. Granted, we're a little thin on our field here tonight, folks, but still, hey, 5th place is 5th place. It's impressive nonetheless. So good to see Dynamic Snipes putting in a solid run. And then we got Talon and Wasabi. As I say that, man, poor guy must have made a couple mistakes there. Falls back to 7th after all that work he did to move up to 5th. Axis, once again, though, we're going to have 2 to go next time by. He is still up front. Dizzle in 2nd, Iowa in 3rd, Charlie in 4th. So 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all right here. One mistake from any of them, and this could shake things up. But Dizzle with the 2-4 right now, setting himself pretty solid for a 2nd place overall. Iowa, I believe, went 5-3. So it's going to be a pretty damn close finish between Dizzle, Iowa, Charlie, and Wasabi for second and third overall. Not assuming Axis is going to get 10th place or anything in Moto number 3 and throw a wrench and everything here. Maybe his power will go out. Who knows? You know, things happen. Commentator's curse. Let's see, Iowa has not been hit in this section. He's been casing that. Oh, and he still cases a little bit. He needs to let out the gas a little bit on that double in order to get the pop and get that triple clean. And Iowa gets a good run through the rhythm section there. Didn't look too clean, but enough to where he still gained a little bit of time on Dizzle. So, oh, and he cases the Supercross triple, my guy. So that lets Dizzle put a little bit more space between himself and Iowa for second overall. So a little breathing room. But we are on the final lap here. So Axis is taking the white flag. He's looking to go 2 for 2 so far here in our Triple Crown. Our Dizzle and Iowa still battling it out here for the pivotal second place finish here. Charlie has dropped off the pace quite a bit. Then we got Dynamic, Wasabi, Talon, Cheese, and Freddy. And then Outgoing Stick. But the battle on the track is right here. This is the closest battle between Iowa and Dizzle. And Iowa overjumps it again. Iowa, my guy, let out the gas a little, my dude. Iowa picks back up, so he's doing a little something there in that rhythm section. Maybe just scrubbing a little more speed than Dizzle. But he picks up a good chunk of space there in that rhythm section every lap on Dizzle. Oh, Dizzle, what a run through the whoop section there. But your Moto 2 winner is Axis. So Axis is 2 for 2 now. Oh, and Iowa tried to get too much of a wheelie scrub there and ended up looping out. Dizzle comes home second. Iowa Hawkeyes will take home third. Charlie comes home in fourth. Dynamic Snipes, if he holds on right now, will get fifth. Talon and Wasabi, though, battling it out for sixth. And this is going to go right down to the wire, folks. What is Wasabi going to do? Is he going to shove it in on Talon? Oh, this final turn is going to be something, especially since they're not going to get to the finish line. Is Wasabi going to dive bomb inside? Yes, he does. You can see it coming, but he does not. All right, so your Moto number 2 winner, Axis. Good times. All right, so we're just waiting on this lobby to get back up. We'll send our invites out. Jeez. So sorry about that, folks, but we'll be back up and running here momentarily. Iowa Hawkeyes. Of course, Iowa's offline, so I got to scroll all the way down and get to his name. Thank you for that, Iowa. Let's see. Charlie? Did I invite Charlie? I did not. Freddy? Yeah, so Freddy, Charlie, Talon, Snipes, Cheese, Axis, Dizzle, Wasabi. So we're waiting on Iowa and Outgoing Stick. And there they are. All right, so we're back. We're definitely racing A1. All right, so again, just because we had to reset there for whatever reason, it's another Triple Crown event, but we're just doing the one moto. So this is Moto number 3, even though it's technically Moto number 1. Excuse me. So again, we're just going to take our results from the first two motos, and then we'll be off and running here. We'll get the finals. So again, this is technically Moto 3. Again, this is technically Moto 3, but it's Moto number 1. I'm assuming that y'all can understand that. All right, and we are good. Iowa, are you good to go, my guy?
Attention, Iowa Hawkeyes. You're being summoned to the A main.
Maybe if I had a group chat with these guys. Come on, boys. Somebody respond to me. Oh, there he goes. He's ready. All right, we're good. Bam. All right, so moto number 3, we are good to go. All right, so the boys are just filing in again. We're just waiting on them to all ready up. Excuse me. All right, outgoing stick. It is what it is. Whoo, and look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Our Dizzle with the whole shot, and he goes down. That's about right. And look at this, 3 straight motos. Charlie QX44 up front in the lead. His teammate Freddie QX11 in second. Oh, Wasabi is not going to be happy with that. You know that. It looks like 3 riders there all just bunched up on the berm. Not much you can do there, unfortunately for him. Oh, and it looks like Cheese just got punted off the berm there by Dynamic Snipes. And what the heck? All right. Outgoing stick has called it a night. So up front, we got Charlie QX44, your first to the finish yet again here in moto number 3. Axis in second, Freddie in third, Talon in fourth, Iowa and Dizzle swapping positions there. Oh, what happened to Dizzle? Keep an eye on him here and see what he does. And over here, Iowa Hawkeyes in a very good spot here. 4th, 5th. He can try to get second overall on the night. He still has a shot at it, so we'll see. But man, here comes a freight train of riders. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 boys all right here. Oh, and Wasabi has left the building. So Wasabi just coughed up a podium position on the overall. If that isn't Wasabi in a nutshell, those of you that know, you know. So our Dizzle here leading this pack of 4 riders again. We got Dizzle, Iowa, Snipes, and Talon. Cheese right there trying desperately to cling on to that group. Oh, and somebody went over the bars. It looks like that was Dynamic. But we got Iowa, Dizzle, Freddy. Oh, Axis still. He's closed the gap on Charlie, so right here we go. Be able to put on your resume that you held Axis off for X amount of time. That's impressive nonetheless, even if it's early in the moto. Oh, an Axis off the track. Is Freddy gonna get by him? Yes, he does. So Axis makes a huge mistake entering the whoop section. It goes off track and falls out back to third. But here he comes. He gets right back by Freddy. My God. And then we got our Dizzle and Iowa Hawkeye right behind them in 4th and 5th. So these two had a pretty gnarly battle in the first couple motos. We'll keep tabs on this here and see if they can repeat that and give Axis a run, you know. I know they don't want to see Axis go for the sweep here. They want to get involved here and get a moto win. Charlie QX44 is obviously saying that since he's up front and he's got himself a little 1.5 gap on Axis right now. Actually, about 2 seconds. Ooh, Dizzle and Iowa, though, going to war. 2 good friends here battling it out. Oh, giving each other a little love there. I can only imagine the smack talk going on right now in the voice chat between these guys. All in good fun, though, obviously. So the field has dwindled down. From 12 riders here tonight down to 8. We've had a couple of rage quits, I guess, if you will. Oh, and Axis makes the pass on Charlie. So Axis into the lead now. Let's see if Charlie can bounce back and get him back. Let's see. We'll keep our eyes peeled. So battle for the lead, and we got a battle for third between Dizzle and Iowa. So Iowa actually gets by Dizzle. Oh, Charlie giving Axis a wheel there and pays the price for that. Oh, and Axis goes down. Whoo, boy. So we got a 4-rider battle for the lead here now, folks. So Iowa Hawkeyes in a perfect position. Axis messes up this little rhythm section here. Charlie gets right back by him. And here comes Iowa Hawkeyes. The G Fuel rider loves this track, his favorite track on the circuit by far. And look at this, man. He is right here. He is in contention. We're halfway through this 3rd moto of our Triple Crown, and he may get himself a win. Our top 4 all right here, so anybody's race to lose at this point. Oh, and Charlie, I don't know if that was lag or what, but it looked like he huck-a-buck there towards the end of the whoop section. Man, look at this rider. Look at this right here. 4 guys battling it out. 1, 2, 3, and 4, all in the rhythm section, or excuse me, all in the whoop section together. This is why we play the game, folks, for battles like this, to see this going down. I know Dizzle, Axis, and Iowa last night had a pretty damn good battle in the Rocky Mountain series that runs on Thursday nights. That's a custom track series as well. So here we are in Axis to the inside. He makes the pass on Charlie once again. What will Charlie do to respond? Is he going to dive bomb him on the inside? I wouldn't blame him if he did, but he doesn't. He plays it nice. Iowa Hawkeye, though, desperately needs to get by Charlie right now to put the battle to Axis. if I had to bet on someone to be able to give Axis a run here on this track, it's Iowa Hawkeyes. So he definitely needs to make his move quick, get by Charlie, and put his sights on Axis as he screws up. God dang it. I am so sorry, Iowa. Commentator Curse does its thing yet again. So now a little bit of a gap there. Oh man, and Iowa just must have had a hell of a time getting back on the track there. So Talon moves himself into fourth now. So now it's a three-rider battle. Oh, and Axis over the bars goes into the tough block. Charlie back in the lead. Is Axis going to hit the triple? Yes, he does. So he's able to salvage as much as he can there. But my lord, Axis not having himself his typical race here tonight. So Charlie once again back into the lead, Axis into second, and Dizzle is right there. Oh no! Oh my god. If that's not Dizzle and his luck to the letter, I don't know. I have no idea what is. That is definitely only something that would happen to either myself or our Dizzle. Charlie messes up the finish line, hits a tough block, gets cross-rutted there, and then Dizzle smacks right into him. I mean, my lord. Poor Dizzle. I can only imagine the post-race interviews there, how that's going to go out. I'm sure he's going to be loving it. So Axis now looks like he's finally turning on the jets, and he has opened up a sizable gap on Charlie. I mean, hey, one crash and Charlie's right back up on him, but at this point, who knows? And Dizzle looks like he goes down. So now Talon and Iowa now challenging for that third and final podium spot in this third moto. Talon, each moto has gotten better and better, so by the end of this one, Talon may be on the podium, and AOSX is the only race that Talon does on Supercross 4. Oh, and Iowa gets reset there. Talon is on that MX Sim grind. Yeah, so unfortunately, folks, not much action. A lot of action early on in the first two-thirds of this moto, but now the field has pretty much separated itself. There's really no one close to each other. So I wish we could give you a little bit more action here, but I think they blew their load in the first 8 minutes of this moto. But yeah, we'll just take this time. Let you know once again, round 7 of the AOSX Amateur Series will be this Monday, this coming Monday. We have 2 rounds left. Dynamic Snipes and both of the Fat Friends are in a dead heat for the championship right now. Only 3 points separate the 3 riders for that championship. The Fat Friends, unfortunately, finally lost the red plate. Dynamic Snipes has come back and he has taken the red plate from them. So you'll want to definitely tune in on Monday night and get signed up. Obviously, if you're an amateur, you get signed up and race, man. Let's have a good time. We've had 5 different winners on the season. 4 different winners on the season. We have Goon, Snipes, Fat Friend, and Vapor picking up W's so far. Oh, and Charlie takes a dirt sample there. And Talon, here we go. Talon into third. So we're going to have 2 to go. Oh, Axis crashes. Looks like he double crashed there. Fortunately for him, he still had about a 2-mile gap between himself and Charlie. But here we go. Talon and our Dizzle. So time has expired in this fight. Oh, time has expired. Axis next time by will be taking the white flag. And again, this is the final moto. Even though it says main event 1, we had to restart because PlayStation Network did its thing and crashed the game after Moto 2. Oh, our Dizzle makes a mistake. Talon gets by Dizzle into third. What does Dizzle have for Talon? Can he get him back here? Dizzle has been elite through the whoop section here tonight. Talon with a very strong run himself, though, so. Ooh, Dizzle was very nice there to Talon. Oh, Talon just hit the side of the finish gate there. Damn, Dizzle. Oh, Charlie. So these two may get Charlie here on the final lap. So Charlie thought he was safe in second there, but here come the boys. Our Dizzle and Talon. Oh my God, Dizzle. Oh. And then here comes Iowa. So Dizzle may go from third to fifth here on the final lap. Let's see what Iowa's got for him. Dizzle looking a little laggy there. Maybe just a blip on the matrix, right? Let's see what Iowa's got for him here on the final lap. Iowa has crashed a few times going into this whoop section. But Axis is your Moto3 winner and will sweep tonight here at AOSX Indy. Charlie comes home second. Talon will get third here in Moto3. Dizzle will hold on to fourth, and Iowa will come home fifth. Freddie and Cheese will round out the rest of the field here. So congratulations once again to Axis on another victory here tonight. Unfortunately for the rest of the field, point standings wise, Axis, his biggest competitors, did not join us for racing this evening. They had prior engagements, so you hate to see that, but nonetheless, congratulations to Axis on the 1-1-1. He is your winner here tonight, and he, at this point, has opened up a monumental points lead here headed into round 7 next week. So just for time constraints here, folks, I do not believe we're going to do a post-race interview. Axis pretty much had clear track the whole night, so we're just going to call it an evening here. But again, get signed up for the Amateur Series Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Check out No Limit Nationals. They run on Tuesday nights for outdoor-style tracks. No Limit Nationals on Instagram. SX Summer Series as well on Instagram. And, yeah, thank you again for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next week.